Hi there, YouTubers, and welcome to Learning with Lou. So, I want to talk about green juicing and how it's benefited our family. So, I used to travel a lot on the road a lot, and my wife and I were, well, we were on Skype probably like 8 hours a day. So we would turn Skype on. We each had tablets, and we would just basically stay connected the whole time. We even watched the same movies together. She's at her house. I'm in the hotel. We're watching. Anyway, so that's a different subject. So we're watching stuff together. We're talking all the time, and she says to me that she just finished watching something called Fat, Sick, and Nearly Dead. I'm thinking, well, that's a weird name for something, but she says you should watch this. He's really done something interesting here. So I thought, all right, I'll try it. So I went and I think I used YouTube or whatever. So I went on YouTube and I watched this video, and I thought, wow, that's interesting. So what he was doing was he discovered that by green juicing, he was able to remove his illness from his body and his drug dependency, and other people were their health problems were being removed. And so, my wife, she says, geez, why don't we try that? So we found the juicer that he was using, and we went to the States and bought it because it's much cheaper there than Canada. So we went there and we bought the biggest model they had. And I wasn't with her, so when she came back, she had it, and she made a YouTube video on how to make the juice that we make. So she started juicing. It's like 2 weeks before I got home, and so I get home and I start juicing with her. So we're only doing green juice and water. So we did is we gulp 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 the green juice and then gulp 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 the water, and it worked great. Like you're not hungry. Like as soon as you feel a little bit of hunger, you gulp the juice and the water, and you're not hungry. And oddly enough, we used to get up and pee all the time in the middle of the night, and that stops. Like when you're green juicing, you just don't pee in the middle of the night anymore. It's just weird. We thought we'd have to pee more, but we didn't. So she's doing this, and we both did this together, and we do everything together. So if I go on some weird diet or whatever, she tends to do it with me, which is nice. So we managed to do it. I think I quit first. I know I quit first. So I got to 2 months, and I just said, well, that's enough. I just need to chew on something like. And I wasn't aware of it then that you don't have to stop the juicing. If you really desire something to eat, just make sure it's raw. And the best thing to do is just eat a raw vegetable. I mean, it can be celery, carrot, broccoli, whatever you want, whatever, and without dips and stuff, right? So just raw. So you can even do fruit if that's what you want to do. I just find that fruit, you get empty quicker. You get hungry, and with vegetables, you don't get hungry so quick. So anyway, so during that 2 months, amazing things happen. My allergies all cleared up. My lower back pain disappeared. My joint pain disappeared. My eyes seem to be getting better. I mean, just overall, your health just gets so much better. She was getting rheumatoid arthritis. Her fingers were bending. they stopped, and they no longer gave her any problems. Um, Health-wise, we both felt so much better, like we had brand new bodies and we felt younger. It was great. Um, we don't necessarily both like the same flavors of green juice. So if you find green juice is hard, I mean, we just add another apple and, you know, it just makes it taste better, so it goes down easier. I like ginger, so I'll juice the ginger separately and put it in a separate jar. And when I pour my green juice into my thermos or whatever, I will add a tablespoon of ginger. So it helps, like we're not fighting over the juice of what we don't like. So we make the juice the way we both agree that we like it. And then we add things to the juice that we might want. Like I like cilantro, right? And parsley, so I'll juice those separately in a jar. And again, when I put in my thermos, I will add a tablespoon of that mix. So the nice thing about cilantro is it binds to things in your blood that your blood can't get rid of because it can't bind to it, like mercury, aluminum, or anything like that. So it binds to it, and over time the body can remove it. So anyway, we just started noticing like our health started getting a lot better. And unfortunately, you can't do green juicing forever. It just seems like, I know there's people out there that have done it for 2 years, 3 years straight. And you know what? Yeah, you stop pooping. That's a big thing. Like you go like, oh my God, I'm not pooping anymore. And some people even strain their green juice through a coffee filter because they don't want any fiber at all. And from what I found out is you don't really need fiber. Your body gets rid of fiber, so it doesn't really need the fiber. Um, when you eat something, basically, you know, your teeth are designed to squish everything down and extract the juice. Your body takes that juice, it brings it right into the bloodstream, and it feeds the cells. The solids that you eat, like we don't eat meat, so but when we do eat solids and stuff, I think what your body tries to do is it makes like a soup out of your solids. So you know, you drink some water, you eat the food, and in your stomach it's creating like a kind of a soup, and it's extracting all the nutrients it can and puts that in their bloodstream. But when you eat solids, now when you make a smoothie, that's not juicing. A smoothie is it's kind of like you hired out the chewing, right? So your body still has to process that smoothie and extract the juices from it and the nutrients. So when you juice, that juice goes straight into the bloodstream, and I think part of the reason from the research that I've done that juicing is so good for you is the macronutrients, as well as your body puts a lot of energy into digestion, so it removes oxygen from your blood that your body could use that oxygen somewhere else. Also, it helps make your blood more alkaline, so that helps get rid of disease. And people will say, well, you need fiber, and you'll find out when you're juicing and you go on forums and see what other people are doing and saying about juicing, and talk to doctors about who juice, that no, the fiber is not important. You don't need it. Fiber is important, I guess, if you're a meat eater, because really we're not meant to eat that much meat. I think from the research I've done that eating meat is something that we do as a survival mechanism. So during the course of winter, in the days where we couldn't gather our food because it was buried or dead, and we would hunt to keep us alive. But for the most part, I think the fruits and vegetables, like juicing, it really pushes all that nutrition right into your body. So now your digestive system's not working so hard, and it allows the body to use its resources in better ways. And it does. Like, it really clears your mind up, gives you more energy. Uh, it's just a wonderful feeling you get. And every time my wife and we feel a little down or whatever, like, we used to make sure we got a liter of juice each into us every single day, even if we were eating meals and stuff. And you'll find that it really helps a lot. So whenever I feel down, or my nose tells me that there's something wrong, like, I'll start juicing again. And almost the first batch of juice, it just totally gets rid of any problems. If you can catch them early enough, it gets rid of them. It feels great, and you don't have to do it just straight. But you know what? If you got lots of problems, I highly recommend it. Just and get a buddy to do it with you so that you don't get tempted to eat. Just try just straight juicing, and if you have to do some eating, eat something. Be smart about it, and don't eat till you're full. Just eat a little bit, and then try to get on the straight juicing, and you'll see how much it changes you. And when you want to come off of that, with your juicing, I highly recommend, after a while, like, let's say you do a month of straight green juicing, or more, I don't know, whatever you like or whatever you can do, start adding variety to your juicing. So one of the very best things you can do, that green juicing adds a lot of minerals, right? So you've got to be careful with minerals. People think, oh, you get your minerals from water. Well, you don't. Your minerals that go into your body, I found through research that organic minerals only will be absorbed into your body. So all the minerals you want to add to water, it's not really going into your body. Your body's going to let the minerals go. So the organic stuff, like from the vegetables and fruits that you eat, those are good minerals. And Gerson said that the best way to get minerals into your body is carrots. So anything, we found, like, carrots are a root, so they soak in the minerals. And Gerson found out that we're not getting that many minerals absorbed in our bodies from carrot juice. So when you mix apple juice 50-50 with carrot juice, then you actually absorb over 50% of the minerals. I don't know what happens, and I don't know if anybody knows, but when you mix apples and carrot together when you're juicing, something happens that the body can absorb more minerals. So minerals are really good for you. And often some of the health problems we get are lack of minerals. So you probably do well to do this. So what we would do is we would do our, let's say, carrot juice first thing in the morning for breakfast, and then we'd switch over to green juice. And then sometimes you get tired of the green juice, so you mix 50-50 with carrot juice. It's a good way to play with it. So then later on, you can start doing your own thing, like get some oranges, organic. All this should be done with organic vegetables and fruits. Definitely organic. I've tried both, and there's a huge difference. So your body isn't dealing with pesticides, and the pesticides aren't destroying your gut flora. you know. So yeah, organic is the way to go. So what we did was we'd start to get oranges and start to juice our own oranges. And we'd start having orange juice for breakfast, and then, you know, carrot juice for lunch and green juice for supper. So you can mix it up. Nice thing is you can bring juices into the movie theater, which when you're juicing you find hard to do because the smell of food is really distracting. Now juicers, there's always this thing about juicers. So I started turning my friends on to juicing. And of course they start going on the internet and doing their own research and finding out, oh well, you know what, you're using a juicer that spins and it adds oxygen to the juice, and it makes the juice, you know, go bad quicker and all that stuff. So let me tell you some life experience about juicing. Ask yourself, what is the most important thing you're doing? Okay, so the most important thing that you're doing is juicing. That's the most important thing. By far, the Gershon method of juicing is probably the single best method. Well, it is the single best method, and it's cold pressing with the cheesecloth and all that. I mean, it is the single best method. But it's labor intensive, time consuming, and the thing that's going to stop you from juicing is the time-consuming, labor-intensive stuff. All right, so basically, if you can make this easy as heck, then that's going to send you going places farther. So the whole deal about it having oxygen, because we use the spinning one that's in the video, you know, centrifugal force, yeah, it's going to send the juices out and separates most of the pulp. I mean, you can get the juices are like a corkscrew, and they press the juice out of everything, and the pulp comes out so dry and everything, and that's wonderful. Again, it's all, in the end, it's about convenience. It's about how much time does it take. So we had friends with those big corkscrew jobbies, and they quickly stopped juicing because it takes time. It's effort. They had to cut everything into small pieces, put it in there, then it was a bugger to clean, and it broke down easily. So we got the centrifugal job, and the only thing we found is that we had to change the blade every 6 months. Like, you had to buy new blades because they're kind of little hook razor blades, and they grab onto, you know, whatever you're pushing into the top, and it helps juice it, right? So they get worn down, and then you end up not getting as much juice. So also with those, it tends to grab the end of the fruit, little slivers of the fruit, and fires them out, so you end up wasting. Now we want to try another type of juicer that was highly recommended from John Bergman. He's a doctor online, a chiropractor, and he suggested this juicer, so we went out and bought one. And what it does is it has a screen and it has the cutters, and it just kind of spins it around. It's very slow. You have to cut everything up into little pieces, time consuming, and it leaks, and it was just so slow. And again, it's all about, yeah, you get good juice, there's no oxygen, but it's slow. And in the end, when you have a family and you have a job and you have things that you need to do, it's like, how quick can I make my juice? How quick can I clean everything? And with the juicer from that video, it's so easy to clean, and you just rinse it all off, put it away, and you're done. And the juice comes out quickly. It's easy to take the bag. We put a bag inside the dispenser, and it's easy to just pull the bag out, take it to the composter, you're done. So, yeah, the juice gets oxygenated, right? Big deal. We don't plan on keeping it in the fridge for 3 weeks. It's going to be drank. When you're doing straight juicing, your juice, you're making it twice a day, and you're drinking it as fast as you can make it. So don't worry about it, and you're going to get all the benefits. It's all about convenience in the end. Well, that's why people eat at restaurants or eat at fast foods or do all that stuff they shouldn't do, like buy packaged foods and stuff. It's all about the convenience in the end. And I hate to say it, but the more inconvenient it is, like buying fresh stuff and making this yourself, preferably raw. If you got to cook, keep it low, like under 120 degrees. Just that's the best. So now, if you're making juice like we do and you're worried about it keeping, what I found that works just amazingly well is I make my own colloidal silver, and I just take a full, like a liter. I put my colloidal silver into a squirt bottle, like from the dollar store, and I just give it like 3 squirts to a liter. Probably works out to a tablespoon and a half, whatever. Put it in there, shake the jar, and that'll make the juice that would normally last like 3 days. It'll make it last well over a week. So there's some food for thought. It's a handy dandy way to keep your juice longer, and it's good for you. Colloidal silver is good for you. So double bonus. Anyway, so that's the things that happened for us as we were juicing. You know, I tried taking the pulp from the juicer, because there comes a time when you're juicing that even that pulp starts to look good. You want to eat that pulp. I tried making a soup out of it. And the first couple of times it was good. It tasted really good and everything. But then all of a sudden something happens and you just don't like the taste anymore. And you stop making juice out of it. So, or soup out of it. The juice remains, right? Or the pulp. So anyway, that's our experience with the juicer. And anytime we feel anything coming on, it's back on the juice. And we both have agreements that if we ever end up in the hospital, we don't eat the hospital food. That's for sure, because they're not making it with all good stuff for you. So we're going to be bringing juice to that person, and we're going to juice ourselves to health, because the juice is just amazing stuff. It's what your body wants. It doesn't want to spend time digesting. If you can get it in there quickly, that's just what your body wants. And it's just wonderful stuff. And use organic, please. I've tried it both ways. There's huge difference. You will notice a difference. Like the weight is just going to come right off of you. If you eat, stuff with pesticides on it, and you do your homework, you'll find out that the stuff that kills the little bugs out there in the field, you have smaller, more important bugs in you that these pesticides start to kill, and then you're going to have problems. You're going to get leaky gut, you're going to have all kinds of health problems, and you're not going to be able to figure it out. You're going to be going like, what the heck's going on with me? And then you're going to do what doctors do, which is just try to suppress the symptoms. So you get a stuffy nose, right? So you're thinking, oh, I've got an allergy attack or something. And then you start spraying things up your nose. Before you know it, you're hooked on that stuff. And you shouldn't have even been focusing on that. You should have been focusing us on what is giving me that stuffy nose, and then working on that. So anyway, that's a whole nother subject, whole nother video. So I'm just saying that try the green juicing. Worked for my wife and I. Stopped her rheumatoid arthritis. Dead. She's never had it come back. anytime we feel the slightest bit down, or even mood-wise, if you're down, the green juicing will pick you right back up. And I know it's a hard. So you've been brainwashed from society that looking at green juice, drinking it, as not something you want to do, right? Because look at all our popular drinks out there, right? Green is not one of them. You know, the Mountain Dew green is not the green that you see in a green juice. So we're taught to eat brown food, which, you know, when I look at brown food now, I don't look at it as something I want to eat. The drinks are brown. Everything seems to be brown, and nothing in nature that's good for you. I don't look at it as brown. I look at it as colorful, and it seems to be good for you. So anyway, I just thought I'd let you know that that's something that you might want to try. If you're already doing it, you already know the benefits of it, and not sure why you're watching my video then, but if you're worried about doing it, I mean, that's something that you should give it a shot. And oh yeah, you know, if you're concerned, check with your doctor. I don't know how open-minded doctors are. I know the ones I've dealt with are not. So I would have done it anyway. Wouldn't have listened to them. Like, learned it. And that's something else, that when you do the green juicing, you get a full cleansing. The green juicing just doesn't re-energize all your cells and start to reverse problems that you have, but it does a cleansing. Like it cleanses all the toxins out. So that's why you don't want to be using anything other than organic. So it cleanses all the toxins out. Now, once all that stuff happens, and you're cleansed and you're rejuvenated and you're feeling great, and you're going like, wow, I got a brand new body, my complexion's better, everything feels better, and your BO will go away, everything changes. So when that happens, all of a sudden, you're going to be able to hear your body. You're going to be able to feel your body talking to you. So when you go to eat something, your body's going to be going, oh, I don't like that. That's not a good idea. It's at that time you should start listening to your body. And don't eat that food anymore. You know, if you've got allergies and now the allergies are gone, and you eat that food and you get that allergy back a couple hours later, or 6 hours later, or 8 hours later, that's probably a good idea to stop eating that food. You know, oh, okay, I'll give you an example. Like for me, breads, you know, and I get it. Like all the years of eating pesticides and GMO and all that crap, I've killed the important flora in my gut, which I'm trying to build up, and it takes time. And there's a whole nother video on that. But build up the gut flora, and then that yeast won't get into the blood and create candida. The way my body reacts to candida is my nose gets stuffed up. Like, we ate pizza at because we were in a hurry and everything. So normally, if I eat pizza from our pizzeria, I think they make it from scratch, the dough, and it is baked in an oven, and everything is all right. I don't get any reactions from that. But we went to a really popular, you know, not a mom and pop pizza place like ours is, but we went to a big chain pizza place. I was stuffed up for 2 weeks. I mean, it took forever to get rid of that. And then the other day, my wife comes in, bless her heart, and we just try to do the right thing, and I should have known better. I mean, you are your own food control board. I mean, you put it into your mouth. Nobody's forcing you. So here I am eating this pizza from a different food chain. It didn't even take like 3 hours later. I was stuffed up. I'm still stuffed up. So it's going to take a while to cleanse my body and get rid of that. Another video again. So anyway, probably going to go out today and buy green juice and stuff so I can get rid of the stuffed up nose and start cleansing the body again and getting healthy again, and feeding my cells what they want to be fed. It's macronutrients. And anyway, I hope this video helps somebody out there. You know, I've tried to get people onto green juicing, and big thing is they don't want to drink it, it's the wrong color, or you know, they've got some psychological problem that they can't see themselves drinking it. Also, there's people that can't get their head around drinking it straight. Like, they get one day into it and then they stop. The hardest day is day 3. It's when your body is starting to flush out toxins and everything. You're going to be so easily pissed off. You're going to feel so tired. You're going to feel just awful. And that's all those cells that are used to eating sugar and stuff like that. Like, you can't be doing coffee when you're doing this. You can't smoke. You can't. Well, you can't put anything bad into your body. I mean, you're trying to cleanse it. You're trying to get rid of all the toxins. So you go through this stage where your addictions are going to kick your ass, right? They're going to be going like, well, I want that pie, I want that, you know, donut or whatever. So lucky for me, I stopped eating donuts a long time ago. I stopped eating really anything sweet. Just fruits and vegetables and stuff like that. So I didn't get a real butt kicking, but I did feel it. You know, I did feel it. So my God, I hope you try this, because you will thank yourself for it. And stick to it. Like, don't just give up. Like, always know it's your friend. Always know it's there for you. If you get a cold, switch over to green juicing. Don't eat, you know. Even if you have the flu, just try it. Like, don't eat, just green juice, and that'll help, right? It'll feed you all the liquids that you need, and you're going to get all that nutrition, which your body is just requiring big time. Your immune system needs it. So that's my, like, no doctor. I'm just a normal person that's learned things the hard way, and I don't think everybody out there needs to learn the hard way, right? But, you know, it's human nature. You're going to do things your way anyway, and you're going to learn. And I'm just trying to help. So anyway, have a nice day, guys. And I hope you start green juicing if you haven't. And if you are, I hope you keep it up, because we do. We're always green juicing, and it helps a lot. Bye-bye.